here we are trying to traverse an array of ints. And every time we come to an int which is bigger than the numbers on either side of it, we have to increment num peaks by 1. So for example, where 9 has numbers which are smaller than 9 is bigger than the numbers on either side of it, so 9 represents a local maximum, and in that case we increment num peaks by 1. 12 is a local maximum, and 12 would cause us to increment num peaks by 1. And note that 10, for example, would not be considered a local max because it has a number next to it which is bigger than 8. Also, 8 and 3 would not be considered a local max because they don't have numbers on either side. So this array they are given us as an example would return a value of 2 because it has two peaks, 9 and 12. Okay, so let's see which data is going to mess up for us. And we'll just use the array they're giving us to help us trace through the code. So this is index position 0, this is index position 7, and dot length is equal to 8. So P in the first code sample, P is 8. Sorry, data.length is 8. P is going to be equal to 8 minus 1, which is 7. Now, let's see what happens here. 7 minus 1, that's 6. And then data 7, and then data 7. But look what happens when P is 7. See, in this code in answer choice A, P gets to being equal to 7 plus 1, and 7 plus 1 is 8. So that is attempting to access the data in index position 8. That's not allowed. So that cannot be the answer choice. The next two answer choices, we can knock these out pretty quickly because of this 0. If you start with P being equal to 0, then you're trying to access data 0 minus 1, which that's index position negative 1. They're not allowed. And this one, P is less than data.length. Well, that's going to give you 8 plus 1 in here. That's out of bounds error message. And here, data strictly less than data.length minus 1. Data.length minus 1 is it's going to give me 8 minus 1, which is 7. That's looking pretty good. Okay, so that's going to give us a 7 in there. We can access data 7. That's totally fine. Okay, so this one is the correct answer.